Okay, terrific. So this is an introductory video for people who are enrolled in animals, politics, and law, or people who are thinking about enrolling in animals, politics, and law. This class has been around for a while. It's run for about the past 5 years and been successful. Gets good reviews. I don't intend to change anything about that. This winter term, I want to just give you a preview of what's going to be going on. I've come to think of this semester coming up, it's going to be sort of a pick your own adventure thing. And what I mean by that is, the way this class started out is it focused on specifically non-human animal issues. Read statutes that applied to non-human animals and constructed them, read court opinions, read some philosophy, read some regular news items, and over time the class grew a bit and became concerned with misery anywhere around the globe and legal responses to it. And misery didn't have to necessarily concern non-human animals. So if you come to this class and you're particularly interested and particularly keen on the non-human animal stuff, that's fine. I've got lots of resources that will keep you engaged. And if you want to take a wider lens, that's fine too. What's going to be presented in this class, I'm going to be recording some lectures. They're going to be like a podcast almost, and you can listen to those, and there'll be reading material. There'll be some court opinions, some statutes, some material that interprets them. Can be papers, academic papers, can be law review articles, and there'll also be quite a bit in the way of journalism that concerns non-human animals. And for those dealing with the misery stuff, there'll be some human stuff in there too. Good example is a series of articles that was in the New York Times a couple of years ago about on the high seas, there's not really a legal presence, and there are some people, many people actually, who are trapped on fishing vessels out of Southeast Asia. They're essentially modern day slaves. They never see land. They are entirely dependent on the captain for food, and it's a dangerous, nasty, unpleasant existence. It is modern day slavery. That's a good example because it encompasses both the non-human suffering, the fact that the oceans are being stripped. Most of what they bring in goes to American pet food, European pet food, and also agricultural products. And there's a human rights issue in the way that the law can't really address it. It's not set up to do that. Again, the high seas are essentially lawless. It's a good example of a news item that crosses over both and gives us a lot to talk about. We'll have a discussion going on, but mainly you'll be working on building up for, there's a mid-semester paper that's shorter, pretty easy, and then at the end of the semester you'll hand in some kind of slightly larger project. A few students, because of their school requirements, will be taking a lab exam, and I'll deal with them on that. But for you math students, there's no exams, it's just a paper class. Anyway, that should give you some idea of what we'll be doing, and feel free to email me if you have any other questions. Thanks.